what's this behind me? It looks like it says GG. Gorgeous girls. Let's talk about gorgeous girls. So, do you like gore? If the answer is yes. Do you like girls and women? If the answer is yes. GoregiousGirls.com. They have you covered. They have gorgeous women covered in gore, thus making them gorgeous. It is agorable. So, that's right. They have people such as Havoc, Angel, former girls such as Wicked Candy, and all these people have helped on the show at some point or another. So I appreciate them. I think you guys should check it out. They have an online magazine, GoregiousGirls.com. Link will be down here. Gorgeous Girls, Goregous, girls.com. So go check out Gorgeous Girls. They have calendars. They have magazines. You can get the magazine printed and sent to you. You can digitally get the magazine. Some of them even have free samples. So if you're curious, go to GoregiousGirls.com. Once again, keep in mind, not safe for work. That's right. So if you are at work and you go, ooh, Gorgeous Girls, sounds amazing. Don't do it. Go to Gorgeous Girls at your house. Look it up at home on your home computer. People will be amazed. You will be amazed. Amazing photography. Amazing girls. Amazing women. Amazing everything. So check out GoregiousGirls.com. Go to GoregiousGirls.com and pick up your copy today.
You think you know, but you have no idea. You only know my name. This has been going on for far too long. I'm done playing these games. You never give it up. You just give it in. I'm lost in these mixed messages that you send. And you know that I want it. And you know that I need it. And you know that I want it. I can't seem to get the taste of blood out of my mouth. It's left here to remind me what my life's about, and I will not take this pain anymore. This is my chance to finally walk.
Here at the Rusty Cauldron with Fallon and Michelle, and they do potions and gifts and all sorts of fun stuff. So how did y'all get started in the potion business?
You know, I think it was sometime last year. She was working with a friend of hers that had some issues with like migraines and stuff, and so I just looked it up. I'm like, well, how can we naturally get rid of that? And we started with our first batch of magic potion, which is our biggest seller, and then from there we just kind of worked from like pain and anxiety, stuff to help you smell good, and then we just kind of branched out from there to like room sprays and
Everything that smells incredible.
everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, you also have, I don't know if this is soap, but the coffins.
Yes.
So how long does it take you to do one of the coffins?
Honestly, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, super, super quick. The thing that takes the longest actually are either the bath bombs or the bubble bars, because they have to be complete. They have to be perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
Or people won't, want to buy them. But everything we make is completely handmade in our house, in our kitchen. It's all natural. Nothing in here is gonna hurt you.
Good.
All the necklaces are handmade. So gems are genuine. Everything we have is just, it's awesome.
Now, how long? Where can people find you if they cannot make it to this wonderful?
Right, so they can hit us up on Facebook under the Rusty Cauldron. The site itself isn't really set up for a shop, but if you shoot me a message and you want something, we can easily just make it up and ship it out.
Okay.
Not an issue.
Well, thank you so much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. No
Guys.
problem.
Come see us, Rusty Cauldron. Bye.
We are here with Kevin Lockhart, the writer and producer of High on the Hog. So, how are you today?
Great.
Awesome. How did you come up with the idea of High on the Hog?
Oh, that's a long story. I actually grew up on a pig farm in
Okay.
central Illinois. My grandpa owned the pig farm, and it was back in the 70s, so I'm an older guy.
Right.
And we had some friends that getting taken over by some corporate farmers, and some people that I knew, not in the town I grew up in, but some other towns were growing marijuana to try to save their farms. And so that's where the idea came from. It's about a pig farmer who tries to save his family farm by growing marijuana.
Okay, and the movie has Sid Haig, and I'm pretty sure Ellie Church.
Ellie Church is in it too. Well. Ellie, in fact, just won Best Actress for the film festival here at Cauldron yesterday. So 4 high in the hall.
So, how long did it take for you to write High on the Hog?
The writing took a couple of years. The edits, you know how edits and writing go on forever. So we shot in 2012. That long ago, yes. We had a first edit that we didn't like and didn't meet my expectations. So we re-edited it, we shot it, we brought in Ben Lewandowski as my editor to fix it and make it better, and that's what happened. So now we turned it into the grindhouse crazy movie that you see before you.
Now, if people can't make it to a convention, where can they find High on the Hog if they want to purchase it?
HighOnTheHogTheMovie.com is a place to go, and we've got that. We've got all kinds of merchandise, posters, pens, rolling papers, mugs for wake and bake.
Sid Haig's autograph, I think, too, don't you?
Sid Haig autographed items are on there. In fact, I got a few here. But yeah, Sid has signed some posters for me. We have some original artwork from the movie that we got together with an artist named Nate Bjork, who created them, and then Sid signed the first 80 for me. So
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who you gonna call when the good guys fall? Bloodsucker Jones. Bloodsucker Jones.
With the amazing and talented director of Bloodsucker Jones and Bloodsucker Jones versus the Creeping Death, Justin Armeo. He's also in both movies. Amazing writer, director. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How's it going?
Good. Now, last time we interviewed you was 4 or 5 years ago?
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yes.
So,
Fright Night Film Fest / Fandom Fest.
Yep.
Yes.
And we were discussing the first Bloodsucker Jones, and since then you have made this amazing sequel.
We did.
So
2 covers.
Ooh.
The backs are different too.
Ooh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, slightly different.
Now, how did you come up with the idea for the sequel of Bloodsucker Jones versus the Creeping Death?
Well, the first one was vampires, so I figured why not move on to zombies? The zombies are easy. And that was it, and then I just kind of wrote it from there. I thought of one scene at a time, like what would be funny as far as zombies, and then I thought, because part 2 opens kind of like Rocky 2 does, they're both in the hospital. There's a lot of homages to many different types of movies in here. So it started from there and just scene by scene by scene. I thought at the end, and then I thought at the middle, and then I thought,
And for a sequel, this surprisingly has a number of people returning.
Yes.
So I was very surprised to see that too.
Yeah.
But also with this, you're taking on zombies in a more comedic direction.
Right.
And it reminds me of like, zombies have been done to death, but you decided to kind of, as the British would say, take the piss out of them.
Yeah.
And so, was it always, well, the first one was a comedy. Was this one always going to be a comedy as well?
Yeah, always, because we wanted to follow the same path, and people liked the first one, they'd like the second one. And we wanted to make it a little different. It's not as much about killing the zombies as all. So there's no, I want there to be no guns in it, because every zombie movie, they're getting shot in the head and stuff like that. I wanted none of them to die by a gun, so that was the first thing. And then I wanted them to die in strange ways, but I also wanted to make them fun too. So some are friendly, some might be vegetarian as far as we know.
Now, how did you come up with one of my favorite characters, which is French Fry?
Okay, well that's a good story. So we when we were filming the first movie, we were filming without a permit in a tunnel, like a drainage tunnel. And there's a concrete tunnel, and we were all walking through there. And when we got halfway through, there was graffiti on the wall, and the graffiti said "fuck French fries." And I'm like, what does that mean? Are they like "fuck French fries"? Like, I hate French fries, fuck French fries. Or are they saying like "fuck French fries"? Like that's a person, fuck that person. Their name is French fries. And we thought it's got to be a person. It's funnier if it's a person's name, French fries. So we just kind of reverse engineered the joke from that. I'm like, we have to have a character. Right then I said there's going to be a character named French fries, and at some point in the movie someone's going to say fuck French fries, which Matt does in the movie. So that's exactly how that came about. And then I built the other character, her partner along with it, just to create, you know, a way for her to be in the movie longer or whatever.
Now, was what she and Mr. Mac, Evan, right?
Yeah, Evan Mac.
Evan Mac. Did what they say, was that all scripted or was that improvised?
It's
both.
It's both. So what happened was we had a script read through, and French fries, her name's Dion Caroga. She wasn't cast. We had another person cast, but they were in an accident, and we had to recast at the very last minute. We tried to keep her, but she couldn't even move. She had a neck brace. So during the read-through, they were only in 3 scenes.
Yeah.
And everyone at the read-through liked them so much they started banging on the table, Romeo and French fries, more. I'm like, okay. So I bumped her. So I went home and I wrote like 9 more scenes for them, and that's what happened. So and then we'd already had cast him, and that's many people's favorite characters is those 2, and they'll be back.
Yay! So speaking of being back in You Think, I've heard rumor and innuendo of there being a 3rd one being worked on.
Yes, it's called Bloodsucker Jones and the Princess of Darkness. So we even have a font just like John Carpenter's Princess of Darkness, yes. And yeah, hopefully it'll probably be out in a few years. We're in the middle of writing it. We're going to do a couple other movies in between. Unless this blows up so much that we have to make a, you know, but we have to make it before we die. I'm getting old.
Well,
I'm tired, so no.
And before we sign off, I should let people know that Bloodsucker Jones vs. the Creeping Death is missing a character that was in the original Bloodsucker Jones. Tony is not in the sequel.
Travis Woods, Tony, we couldn't get him back. We tried our best, but he was the only main character that didn't come back.
Right.
So we were bummed about that. But we luckily found a replacement. One of our actors, Matt Kelly's in an improv group, and we saw this guy Brian Gerard on stage, and we thought that's the guy. If anybody can replace him, we need like the opposite of Tony.
Yeah.
You know, and he did such an awesome job that, you know, it was cool.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm going to sign off with the final question of who you going to call when the good guys fall?
Bloodsucker Jones.
Thank you so
very
much.
good.
I'm here with E-Rock of the Goregous Girls, and at this point I'd say it's almost like a tradition.
Yeah, and it is.
We love seeing you, so remind people how you got started with Goregous Girls.
Well, it just started as a theory, you know, just I enjoyed doing it, and all the girls were like, you should branch out and make this bigger. And I was like, nah, I don't want to. So then there for a long time I even said, I'm not even going to do a magazine. Swore up and down I'd never do a magazine. Here we are, 30 issues into it.
All right.
And we're doing movies too.
What is your movie you are working on?
We're actually working on 2 different ones. Walls of Blood, which is with Terrence Muncie. And then we're also doing one with Studio 605 that we met the first year that we did Horror Hound in Cincinnati. That's Roman Joe Sartori's and Fiends.
Okay. And you mentioned a magazine. Is it a physical magazine or is it only digital?
It's both.
It's both?
So, yeah, you can order a digital copy or you can also get a physical copy as well.
And if people want to find all this wonderful merchandise and look at the amazing Goregous Girls, be warned it is probably not safe for work.
Yeah, mostly. Our Facebook stuff is.
Facebook stuff is safe for work.
You know, because they govern us a lot.
Yeah. So, you've all been in Facebook jail at least once.
Yeah, at least once. I've been in there way more than once, though.
So, but if they want to visit you, where's the website go?
You can go to gorgeousgirls.com. That's GOREGOUS. Girls.com, or you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Patreon.
Even Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can see a little more risque stuff.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Ron.
Thank you, man.
I'm here with Havoc from the wonderful Goregous Girls. So, how did you get involved with them?
I got involved a little A little under over 2 years ago, I started going to group shoots in my local area, and then I started submitting my photos to Gigi, like they were horror and beautiful, like and whatnot. And then 6 months or so, they're just like, you should try getting on the model side of the camera. And I was just like, how about no? I'll think about it, maybe. And now here we are, you know, like 2 years later, and I'm doing like, you know, the whole photographer thing still, the model thing still, and then a bunch of fun and conventions and everything.
How did you hear about Goregous Girls? Because you mentioned you sent pictures into it.
Because of the group shoot I went to at the Haunted Hydro in Fremont, they have a big group of girls and Eric would go, and then I just got introduced to him from a friend, but I did hear about them before because of Liz Stiletto, 2-year GG of the year for 16 and 17.
Yeah, well they're doing the wheel.
But yeah, we live in the same town, so I knew her, and then I already knew of it as an online thing, but then I got to actually physically see it.
And I heard you won Goregous Girl of the Year?
I did.
Awesome.
It was pretty much a surprise because we all did an event in the Dayton area. It was like a concert, and they announced it actually on stage. They like stopped the concert for a little bit and announced it on stage. It was very embarrassing, but I loved it. But embarrassing. I don't like attention on me, but this is kind of like an alternate persona. Attention's not so bad.
You don't like attention and you have a camera on.
Yeah, hello.
So, all right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Little games you play won't go away. With sharp as wit, you think you're best above the rest. Take your pick with what's said to turn me red, and I'll play along to hear you stop. Put me in shock. What you do to me makes me not breathe, and it takes my life if I don't.
Here with Chris of B Movie Props. How are you doing today?
Very good, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Now, we interviewed you a while ago, but wanted to do a return interview because you're back here at Horror Hound and looks like you have some new stuff. And
I try to have something new for every show, so if I can do something new to keep the fans happy, I try to do that.
And I don't know if I asked you some questions about some of this stuff, so first things first, do you make the Abby Normal brain yourself?
I do. Yes, I do.
How long does that take?
Well, from sculpting to everything, it takes a while just because you have to wait for things to cure and stuff. But if you're talking like actual working time, not very long, because it's a series of washes and then just different things and then put them in the jar. So it's not actually that at all. Anybody can do it at home.
Hey.
With common household items.
And the other new one, I'm pretty sure, is the Swish Kebab?
Shish kebab.
Shish kebab.
Yeah. This is a call to the cannibal holocaust, because some of my fans they always would bring it up and stuff like that. So I thought, you know what, got to make them happy. If they're not happy, then we're not happy. So here he is.
How long does it take you to do that one? Because that looks like that would be a little more intensive than.
It is, because the base has to be made, and actually I have a partner. His name is Rob Crawford. He works with me, and for this particular show, he actually did these himself.
Okay.
He made the bases and everything, and then put them where they go, where the sun doesn't shine.
Right.
And then just adds the blood and everything else. But it's not as simple as just sticking something in there, splashing blood on it and everything. There's a little bit of a finesse to it to get it to look just right, because each one is it's like its own little work of art. So we try to make each one unique.
Now, do you have any new things that are in the works for B Movie Props?
I do, but it's a secret.
But it's a secret.
So you have to you'll have to come back next year to see what we have. We have some good things planned for you.
All right. And if people want to buy some of this stuff, where can they go? I'm assuming up here.
Yes, they can go to www.bmovieprops.com. And there's also a chat on there, so if they have any questions about anything, I have a lot of customers will ask about what supplies do I use and where do I get materials and things like that, and I answer all those questions for you. So if you want to make stuff yourself, you can give me a ring on the chat or however you want to say it. And,
message you?
Yep, and I can answer the questions for you there, and at least to the best of my ability. So.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm here with Carla Barbie of the Butcher Babies. How did you get started with your amazing art?
Hi. So I've always been a fan of metal and comics since I was a kid. So I would sit in my room for hours listening to Pantera and Anthrax and Slayer and just drawing away. I was very inspired by the 90s Image comics with these beautiful women in them. So primarily I draw women, and I guess that's it in a nutshell.
Awesome. Now, how did you get started as a lead singer of the Butcher Babies?
Well, I've always been a singer since I was a kid. I did choir stuff, and I always wanted to play metal. And I moved to LA to play music when I was very young. Tried a couple bands, nothing really was happening. I was over it for a while, tried a different career. I was a mortician for a while. Then I saw an ad for a cover band that needed an extra girl, and I was like, well, this looks like something fun I can do on the weekends. And that's where I met Heidi in this cover band, and we became such good friends that we decided to form our own band, Butcher Babies, and the rest is history. It's about meeting the right people who are just as motivated and committed to the project as you are to make something successful.
Now, where can people find your art or your music if they are so inclined?
So Butcher Babies, you can go see Butcher Babies Official. Butcher Babies is all over Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And for my personal stuff, I'm Carla Barbie on all social media platforms. And you can also go to my site, carlaharvey.bigcartel.com, to grab some art or books.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have fun, you guys.
Thank you. We're here at the Scream Team releasing booth with Max, and he created. Thank you, I appreciate it. Or didn't create. You were involved with Bong of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
didn't it?
I created it.
Right. So
wrote it, directed it,
there you go.
edited it.
How did you come up with the idea of Bong of the Living Dead?
Well, it was actually like a kind of a joke title. We were on another set of a movie, and we were joking around like what kind of funny titles of movies we want to make, and that was the one that kind of everyone kept gravitating towards, and so we were like, you know what, let's actually write a real script for that one. After that project was over, we were like, let's make this our baby and write that.
Now, it is a horror comedy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So, did you always envision it to be a horror comedy, or?
Yeah, we wanted it very like two sides. So it's very much half of the film is like kind of expressed, and the other half is kind of like 28 days later, more vicious and zombie. So yeah, we always wanted zombie comedy and stoner comedy and horror comedy, but not necessarily blended or like juxtaposed.
Now, are you working on any other films since you wrote this one? Is there something we can talk about?
We have one that we can't talk about, and then one that's kind of a short segment in an anthology.
Nice meeting you too, sir. Now, if people want to find Bong of the Living Dead, where can they find it?
So, Scream Team Releasing has Bong of the Living Dead along with a whole bunch of other titles, or you can go find us on Facebook, Bong of the Living Dead on Facebook. I know Facebook's a little antiquated, but we're still very, very active on Facebook. So go find Backward Slate Productions or Bong of the Living Dead on Facebook, and check out ScreamTeamReleasing.com for all these horror titles.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Good interview. Thanks, guys.
We were originally asked should be.
Yeah, that was quick and painless.
Yeah, I try to be that way.
That's the best way to do it.
I thought he looked otherworldly because he was a little bit frame rating.
Man, we were so
That's the point.
Yeah, kind of stuff. Oh, really?
Like tired, not like drunk, but like
so tired.
I had so I woke up late. We've just been running around all day.
Who you gonna call when the good guys fall? Bloodsucker Joe.